Because you left the office really late yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. It gets better. Okay. This is the daily news review program where we run through the headlines and then we tackle the ones that caught our eye this morning. However, unfortunately, our analyst for this morning, Adiola Adeyemi, won't be here with us, but you already know that myself and Nima, we make such a formidable team because Nima is she's the first to reckon with. So we shall be doing this morning. We are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go via our website, www.wfm917.com. The phone lines will be open shortly. 07000 917 917 or 800 123 5917. Those are the numbers to call. Or you can text or WhatsApp us on 08155 917 917 or 0703 1756 537. All right, Nima, let's go. Starting off with the Punch newspaper. State police, governors demand greater powers. If I see one more state police conversation or headline without any corresponding action, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Next up on the Punch newspaper, we have Oyebanji thanks Ekiti for re-election. 6 PDP ADC cooperation over the weekend. The Ekiti gubernatorial election was had, and the incumbent, that's Oyebanji, was re-elected as governor. First time in a long time that an incumbent governor retains his seat. Yes, moving on to the Guardian.
Spike in bus fares. Rent forces Nigerians to live in cars, offices, shops. Wow. Alleged.
Yeah, because sorry to interrupt you, Nima. Last week weekend, I saw quite a few people come online talking about rent, how their rent has gone up. I think one of them was an actress, Lillian Esoro. She had come out to say that her landlord has increased her rent for where her salon, her business is, to 50 million naira per year. I'm like, what? There's another lady who I think lives in Banana Island who had come out to say that her rent had been increased by 312%. Do you know what it means to increase rent by 312%? So if your rent is 100K per year, 100% would be what? 200K per year.
100K, yes.
Yeah. 300% would now be what? 500K per year. So imagine how astronomically high that is. So quite a few, what I actually did go through this article, and I found that many Uber drivers, many, the taxi hailing, many of them apparently live in their cars because they cannot afford to pay rent. We've talked about the high cost of rent off and on this platform, and I don't know because I don't know if it's a case of, yeah, we know that the economy is turning on its own, but you own a house, you own a building, people are renting a house or renting a shop from you, and then you are saying that you want to increase rent. Now, it's one thing, nobody's saying don't increase your rent because we're all feeling the thing together, but why would you increase the rent by 300%? Even 100% gone, sir, because my salary hasn't changed. Yet food prices have increased.
Even 50% seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot. Salary hasn't increased. Transport has increased due to the fact that fuel price has increased. Food prices have been stable-ish new. However, from some people still can't afford things. We talked about this, I think, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, how children can no longer eat proteins anymore. I'm talking meat, chicken, fish. So they have to eat egg. Now the egg can't eat eggs because eggs is
gold now.
Egg is gold now.
Even before mother used to be the alternative would be fine.
Will be fine. So I don't know what our government is doing, looking at us and not, like, you're seeing all these things occur. Many times they've called upon the Ministry of Housing, Ministry of Works to get involved in the matter, and yet we've seen nothing. So I don't even know. I don't know. It is well with us in this country.
It is. Okay, alleged cyber crime. Court remands Showore at Kuje Correctional Center. Funny how we talked about Showore yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah. And what was his crime here? He called the president. So it says cyber crime. What's the cyber crime? He called the president a criminal. I'm just going to move on from that.
Exactly.
In the This Day newspaper, Obi Tinubu should follow Starmer's example and resign. Yesterday morning, I saw headlines that Starmer, the former prime minister, no, he hasn't resigned. The prime minister of England was crying and said he was going to resign. Why is he resigning? Nima asked me why he's resigning.
Why is he resigning?
He's resigning because of the economy. The economy, high cost of living. People can't afford, anything anymore. 3 square meals. That's why he's resigning. The economy is turning on its own. That's why he's resigning. And I'm like,
let's pass on that.
No, we will get into it because that's one of the headlines for this morning. Because I was just like, if only. Okay, police assure Lagos of safety security despite bomb explosion in Mushi Market. This happened yesterday, and I was like, just because I'm like, what do you mean there was a bomb explosion? What?
Well, from the Daily Trust newspaper, health workers, security personnel killed in Plateau attack.
So what's interesting about this is that in the midst of the chaos that's going on in Nigeria, in the midst of how everybody is trying to be president or governor or retain their seats, real life problems are still happening. People are still being killed. There's still abductions. There's still terrorism. The reason why we keep talking about the Oyo one because it was highly publicized. But I can tell you for free that there are many, many villages and towns and settlements in Nigeria where this is still ongoing, but it hasn't been reported.
Yes. 214 Nigerians die of Lassa fever in 2026.
That is sad. That's too many numbers in too short a time. Moving on to the Vanguard newspaper, Ekiti election. INEC begins upload of results on IREV. Ortom rejects Benue government probe report, labels inquiry political witch hunts. Yeah, all of them, all the politicians. I sometimes I'm just like, if they say they want to do an inquiry on maybe 100 days or something that has why is there always so much resistance toward it? There shouldn't be. If it's short for you. Anyway, moving on.
From the Premium Times newspaper, bandits invade Kaduna community, kill 9 farmers. Former Delta Governor Okowa visits EFCC office amid corruption probe.
I'm just going to jump on past that one because it's not today that people are going to go and visit the EFCC office because of corruption, and then we don't see anything out of it.
But I feel we should. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I feel we should also note that bandits invade Kaduna community because, we make it seem like nothing really happens to them because they are their tribesmen.
Yeah.
I
mean, Ready said, because it has now turned into, and I remember when we started talking about abductions, when it started last year, the fresh spate of it, I kept on saying, very soon, watch, this will become the norm. Even we that were reporting it, we call it as normal statistics, not that they are actual lives that have been taken or killed. This is our reality now in Nigeria. I mean, we keep on begging, literally begging the government to act upon this, but yet everybody's eyes on 2027. In the Nation newspaper, we have contactless passport renewal excites UK-based Nigerians. Okay. Next up, we have 10th APC governorship aspirants. Party elders reject Kwara primary.
Okay, from the cable newspaper, El Rufai's wiretapping interview played in court as Deji Adeyonju testifies for DSS. Stranded Nigerians protest delay in second repatriation flight from South Africa.
We talked about this last week, right?
Yeah, you did.
The xenophobia attacks in South Africa. The first flight had gone 2 weeks ago. No, that was last week actually. Where
Yes, on
Monday,
Friday.
yeah. But the first flight happened on Monday. Monday, because on Tuesday we talked about it with Adeyemi, yes, a week ago. But there's supposed to be follow-up flights, and there's been none so far up until this moment. And so Nigerians are getting a bit antsy in South Africa. While living on the street, while living on the road, you guys promised that you were going to expedite this. So how come, like, we've not seen the second flight was supposed to come on the 15th of June. Today is 23rd of June, and they haven't still gotten the flights. They've not come back to Nigeria. It is well. We're beckoning on the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu, to please let this be expedited. Yeah. Moving on to the Daily Post, we have Police Chief advocates early information as Abia community leaders present security concerns. This, I mean, if we read headlines every day, 9 out of 10 times we're talking about the state of insecurity in Nigeria. And sometimes it increases. Like, I'm just at a loss for words, because we're just hearing, oh, we are going to work on it. Oh, we're moving on it. Oh, we're about to rescue them. Oh, insecurity will die. Oh, terrorists will be arrested. And it is so slow. So slow. Okay, by elections, PDP remains Nigeria's only opposition party, says Wike. Where, how, where, what? Which PDP are we talking about? Because PDP has is now a caricature of itself. So I'm wondering which PDP we're talking about. But okay, we shall be seeing.
Okay, moving on to the Tribune. Insecurity to top agenda as senators reconvene tomorrow. Nwifuru hails Oyebanji's re-election in Ekiti.
Yes, that is the governor of Ebonyi State hailing Oyebanji's re-election in Ekiti State. Finally, this morning we have Joint Admissions Matriculation Board. This is from the pen pushing newspaper. So JAM scraps affiliated degree programs in College of Education. Lastly, we have killers of retired broadcaster Kiton Oyesiku made away with her car. Comprehensive investigation commences, says police. There you have it. Those are the headlines this morning from the national dailies. You want to do well to get you a copy. Better still, stick around with us as myself and Nima, we hope to do justice to the headlines for this morning. Once again, our analyst for this morning, Adeolu Adeyemi, unfortunately, isn't here this morning. We missed him, of course, but we'll be seeing him next week. Okay, we are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go via our website www.wfm917. The time is 7:45, and this is still Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. I'm here, Fumi is here, Nima is also here. The phone lines are now open. You can start calling in, because now this is your time. 07000 or 081, beg your pardon, or 0800 1235 917. Those are the numbers to call. So WhatsApp us on 0703 175 537 or 08155 917 917. Okay, let's start from this one. Obi Tinubu should follow Starmer's example and resign. Former governor of Anambra State and NDC presidential candidate in the 2027 election, Peter Obi, yesterday urged the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to take a cue from the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and step down from office, arguing that the current administration has failed to meet Nigerians' expectations and worsening economic and social conditions. But then, of course, the presidency fired back and say, azar. Like, they called him childish and immature, that this statement you're making is misplaced, is undemocratic. But then Obi came back and said, oh, no. Let me read it. He argued that in the past, Tinubu had also called on a Nigerian leader, specifically Goodluck Jonathan, to quit when it appeared he wasn't measuring up with the people's expectations, urging the incumbent president to toe the path of honor. He went on to say, I listened to the British Prime Minister's speech announcing his planned resignation in July. And as a keen observer of global politics, my primary interest lies in examining what successful nations do right and the structural factors that cause others to lag or struggle with governance and development. He said the Prime Minister's planned resignation comes amid mounting public frustration over a stagnant economy, a worsening cost of living crisis, and a perceived failure to honor key campaign pledges. He said, looking inward, if you recall, our president on several occasions championed the call for the then president, Goodluck Jonathan, to resign over economic hardship and insecurity affecting Nigerians. During the Chibok girls, the abduction tragic situation, he demanded, that's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu demanded the immediate resignation of former President Goodluck Jonathan, arguing that the government had failed in its most fundamental duty of protecting lives. Here's why I say it's sweet to accuse person, right? It's easy to say somebody's not doing until...
It's easy to point fingers.
Absolutely. Until it is your turn. When you sit down and you realize that actually maybe I should have been more gracious in my submissions or things like that. During the 2023 election campaign, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made several promises, including improved electricity supply. He also challenged the electorate not to vote for him a second term if he failed to deliver on these commitments, particularly in providing stable power, fighting corruption, and improving the welfare of Nigerians. Of course, this article goes on and on and on. But then the presidency say, what was that Nima's favorite phrase? Because he said that Sobaya Nanuga, who is the presidential spokesman, had come out to say Obi's call for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is childish, misplaced, undemocratic, and unnecessary distraction. He said, it's not a call to hold the leader accountable. It's merely a political grandstand and an unworthy distraction just hours after the president's party, APC, recorded resounding victories in the weekend's polls, right? They now said, okay, this country, the president is president of the country, but your analogy or your comparison is sort of weak and misplaced because the Britons use a parliamentary form of government. So rice does not look like beans, or rice and stew does not look like jollof. That's a rice and stew, even if you mix it, does not look like jollof rice. So we run a parliament. The UK runs a parliamentary system of government, beg your pardon, and then we run a presidential system. So he's saying that Kodogba, again, jollof rice and rice and stew are not the same thing. Some people might argue that they're the same, but they are not the same. He also challenged Peter Obi and said, wait, when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, wait to 2027 and see how popular the president is. It reminded me of, when kids are playing in school and say, wait, I'll show you, I'll not give you my toy. You see now, my mom is going to buy it. That's how it sounded like to me. But Nima, reading this article so that I can just stop, because it's just what say do you think that conditions are worsening in our country in the 3 years of President Bola Ahmed's leadership?
Oh yes, conditions are worsening. Things are not getting better, especially electricity. Like I'm using
Arepo has been suffering.
We've not had no light, no water. If you need anything in your house, you have to power your generator. No lights, no even Arepo in Ilorin. I schooled in Ilorin. In Ilorin, no lights, no roads, insecurity, just like everywhere around the country, food is rising. you expect that when you go to the markets, like in the villages, things should be cheap. But even then, they'll tell you, oh, Nigeria to come, we need fuel, we need buses. So, oh God, it's a lot. Nothing is getting better. Everything has just become worse. Insecurity. Okay, yes, I agree that it was not 3 years ago insecurity started in
Absolutely.
Nigeria, but it was not this pronounced. As of 2017, yeah, 2017, yes, there were kidnappings in Lagos State twice in the same year, but many people didn't know about it because it wasn't like so rampant. When we even discussed it, people brushed it off, saying it one of those things. The Chibok girls, same thing. Okay, it happened only in Borno, but now everywhere in Nigeria they are
Everywhere.
kidnapping.
Oh.
When I heard about Senator Adelabu's nephew's kidnap, I said
Mhm.
immediately that it means we are not safe in Arepo. Ibadan
Ah,
Enkule, Ibadan Enkule, wa lọ ti kidnap èèyàn. So what's to say bandits can't storm Arepo where we are? And once people storm here, Kini, what's the difference between
Kiloku.
Arepo and Lagos? Kiloku.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Food prices, no. We bought yam flour some days ago at 8,000 naira. And the
You
first thing I
mentioned.
told my dad was, Daddy, elubo you later.
Huh.
Because I felt 8,000 naira is too cheap for yam flour. And I'm like,
Okay.
who do Nigeria? Because 8,000 naira is not chicken change. It's not a small
Mhm.
amount of money. So imagine
Mhm.
me saying a bowl for 8,000 obviously won't be good.
Mm.
That's uh, this mentality we have that once things come cheap, once things seem once things have a reduced amount, obviously they won't be good because we are used to the inflation in Nigeria. Coming to house rents, anyway, I can't say per se it affects me because I don't rent. I live with my parents. So, but yes, I hear people complain about rent. I hear people say, "Oh, the rent is too high. Oh, we can't continue living here. We have to downsize." Imagine people living in a 4 bedroom apartment, then they have to go to a 2 bedroom apartment because even they change areas because they just can't afford to live there
Cost of
again.
living there. Mm-hmm.
Then those who even say they want to buy land and build their own, the agents will first of all finish them. To buy
Yeah.
the land, the agents will add their own prices.
Mm-hmm.
When they want to build inferior building materials,
Oh,
peradventure they
I'm
even
on Nile.
yes, peradventure. Oh yeah, I forgot the money there. Peradventure they even want to get good materials to build. It is so inflated. A bag of
Mm-hmm.
cement, the last time I checked was 13,000 naira. One
Mm-hmm.
block. I remember some years back when my mom said I should accompany my dad to buy some blocks for her chicken house for her. We got them at 100 naira each. During this past Ramadan, when was Ramadan? Okay, yes, in March. I had
Mm-mm.
one
Ramadan was my.
yes. I had one block sales for 1,300 naira and I
Mm.
was doing the mathematics. How does that work? Everything is just high. Petrol, fuel prices. Okay, we had that crude oil has dropped. We expect fuel prices to drop, but it is still the same. Nothing drops. Once anyway, Nigeria's graph is like once something goes up, it doesn't come down again. We just have to continue to yi more, yi more, yi more, yi more.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are managers in Nigeria. We all know how to
We are.
manage.
We
We
are.
continue to manage. So I don't know. And if I'm to talk about what Peter Obi's article, what he said about Tinubu, I kind of agree with this person who said he's coming from like an electoral position, but what he said actually makes a whole lot of sense. But we just have to like take it from his point of view. Why is he saying this? What does he hope to achieve with this? Is he talking from the point of view of the opposition? Is he
Mm.
trying to say that, okay, yes, things don't work this way? And you said rice and stew is not like jollof rice. If you mix it well, only that bell.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Not the same, but still, it doesn't matter. Especially
Yeah,
when we Nigerian students, when we mix it, it's the same to us.
it's the same, Abby.
It's the same
I
to us.
understand.
So at the end of the day, yes, our president needs to like do better. I
Mm.
was listening to something one day, a podcast, and the person was saying that our politicians should not just forget us in the race for their election. Yes, they want to be re-elected. For those who have served 8 years, 2 terms, they want to go into the Senate. No problem. But don't forget what you are meant to do for us ahead of these elections. We need to see changes. Nowhere is safe in Nigeria. Nowhere at all. Everybody's afraid to travel. Everybody's
Mhm.
afraid to leave their houses. Prices are increasing. Before, if you don't want to spend money, you sit in your house. Now, if you sit in your house, you are spending money. Nowhere you go, you have to spend.
Yeah, I try to sit in my house more because the moment you step out of your house, you will spend more money than if you sat in your
Uh,
house.
you will
So yeah,
spend. Because if I stay in my house, I have to eat. Don't I? I need to pump water, be it electricity,
very
NEPA
true.
lights, solar, anything. It comes at a cost. I need to pump water. I need
Hmm.
to cook. I need to wear clothes. No, it doesn't have to be as fancy as the ones going outside. And for parents, even if they stay at home, their children have to go to school. So like there's no way out as of this situation we are in. What we just need is for our government to wake up and do the right things, do what they have to do to make everything easy for us.
Yeah, well said, well said, well said. Okay, the phone lines are open 07000 or 0815. Beg your pardon, or 0800 You can text or WhatsApp us on 0703 or 8155. Yeah, that's the one. 917 917. I mean, we add our voices to the public's voices to beg at this point. Help us, help our life. Please help us. The economy is not encouraging. I mean, you cannot, what is good is for the goose is good for the gander. You couldn't have been demanding for someone to step down during their own tenure and then you're upset that somebody else is asking you to step down. No, like in recent times I'm learning to be more gracious to people because the people you can call for somebody's head now, and not less than 1 year or 6 months down the line somebody else is calling for your head. So let's just try to be gracious. If you're a person who's aspiring to be in government, as you are calling them to order, please be gracious because nobody will hear your shalaye. Nobody would hear your shalaye. And I mean, the presidency, the spokesperson is doing what the spokesperson will do. We are all seeing and experiencing what is happening. I think I seen where he said, whereby Ononuga still said, what the president met when he came into power. What sort of like what I ordered versus what I got. Sir, you knew what you were getting when you knew because you were one of those that were shouting. But okay. Let's keep it moving. Okay, it is 8 o'clock on the dot. You're still tuned to Women Radio 91.7, and this is the daily news review program where we are currently tackling some of the headlines that have caught our eye this morning. Unfortunately, Adiola Adeyemi isn't here with us. We hope to see him next week, Tuesday. But myself and the very able Nima is here to, we're doing it together. I can see that some messages are coming. But before then, concerns as fuel prices remain unchanged after crude oil drop. I remember Obinna calling last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, to say that I can tell you for sure that the price will never come down. And what I find interesting is that before the war even started, like I mean, the war had started already all the way in March, right? But before it even before it started gaining momentum, the guru was plenty. It was a lot. They were just upping the price. As Dangote ups, the rest of them will up it, up. And additional Wasiu said something last week. He said the way you people automatically increase the fuel price is the way that you should automatically reduce it. But what we're seeing is a lot of shalaye happening. Crude oil prices have dropped globally, but fuel prices and transportation costs in Nigeria is still on the up and up. I was speaking with someone on Saturday, and she was telling me how to go to the island from the Ojodu Beggar axis where she stays. She said 4,000 naira. If you are going to, is it Ikoyi or Ajabo, then 4,000 naira. I was not laughing and said, I remember when I used to pay 200 naira. Because I remember this because when I got married, I moved to this area and it used to be 200 naira to go to the island from the Beggar bus stop. In fact, when they moved it to 250, we used to drag it out. You will find me at the bus stop waiting to pay for the 200 because I've calculated my transport money. More cannot drop for my body, right? And it's not a case of, oh, maybe I plan to eat. I not even plan to eat. I will be hungry, but I need to enter a bus to go there. And I mean, there's been so much concerns among Nigerians about the implication of this on their purchasing power and inflation. The transportation guy, the Danfo driver, will not reduce his fuel price, his transportation fare, because he knows that he's buying fuel at 1,200 naira or 1,300 naira, depending on where he's buying from. NMPC, like I said this morning, sells at 1,295. Some other petrol stations sell at 1,225. But Edaku, Kini Yato 1,295 and 1,225.
79.
You might say that, oh, it's not a lot of money, but by the time you buy a lot of fuel and accrue it, that's a lot of money. If you buy 10 liters of fuel at 1,095, right? 70 naira times 10 liters is what?
700 naira.
But we know that we don't buy 10 liters. We buy, that's 700 naira apart from the actual amount you're going to use to pay for fuel. Yes. That's what I mean. So it's not that you're paying 700 naira for fuel. It's that 700 naira plus boya 5,000 naira that you budgeted for your fuel. So if the Danfo driver sees that, he's like, how will he now say he wants to reduce transportation cost? Because his Oga has told him every day you must bring 100K. I don't care how you bring it. Whatever 100K, whatever you get on top of it is my money. So he's hustling for two things. He's hustling for himself and hustling for the owner of the bus because he has to drop that 100K. But now marketers are saying, oh, Kanisuru Kafarabale. I'm sorry. When you people were increasing the price, did you tell us to Nisuru or Farabale? That didn't happen because the Brent crude has fallen to $77. This is the first in months that we have seen it fall to. It was already at over $100 per barrel, right? And this was done following the ceasefire between the US and Iran that happened on Friday the 19th, because we were closely following it. So if the crude oil prices have gone down, please, maybe somebody have answer for me. Why is it that the fuel prices in Nigeria are still high?
What I don't understand, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, I think some years ago, fuel prices hiked. It went up. It went up. I think about 1,000 naira or so. Then it dropped again. So when earlier this year everything increased, the question I was asking was, this thing has happened before. So why is it that now people are treating it like, okay, we have a call, do we? We have a what? We have a call.
Oh, we have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is speaking. My name. Hello.
Hello, who's speaking? What's your name? Okay. Good morning. Long time. Yes. Okay.
Okay, Auntie, God bless you.
Amen.
My contribution this morning is that I want to ask you, do we, because all what I'm talking now, if I'm looking at it very well, from one of the government in any society is self-control. very important thing, because when the living is so high and the government neglects it, so that I'm not saying that it means that they are so affect government in that society anymore. So what in Togo around 1997, 1992 to 1997. They are just price control of the two. Do you know that these people, if they want to do something, they will call Minister of Transport, Minister of Commerce, they will sit down together. They will feel the price of the anything that will try to match what they create. There's no any digital can connect more than what government put in place. This is what they call expense government in society. But then you see the way the landlord is treating house. I think there are two government in society. Transport, no control. A commodity, no control. And everything neglected. What are they doing as a leader for God's sake? What the better government in society for God's sake? They are doing nothing. Then anything else about the people, the government are not concerned about it. Only something say our foreign tax will increase. They say tax we have to some corporate system. It's still what it's still achievement is not achievement that when the people. Oh my God! If they don't have sense of the rule, surrender matter to come back. What is happening here is totally messed up. The leaders are less concerned to the rest of the people. See, if I was a leader, as a leader, I would suspend any election. Let us send the matter to go declare on the court of this country now. What are we doing? When the land is comfortable, they're so comfortable. In fact, it's unfortunate. We are not in society on the earth anymore. Let us be to talk ourselves. We are not doing anything. Our God was completely disappointed this nation. For God's sake, let us say. I don't know what is the responsibility of government when the people are not living comfortably. What are we doing here? With nothing we have. Nothing for the masses. Very unfortunate for us to respond. Anyway, I don't know what to do. Consider this one. Anyway, one day, I'm going to say for us. Nothing. It's still in trouble. But thank you, my sister. So let's do everything for God, sir.
He's talking. I actually do agree that we don't have any price regulation. We have, but nobody's regulating prices. House rent, nobody's regulating it. Prices of goods and services, nobody's regulating it, and that's where the majority of our problem is coming from. No regulation, and if there's no regulation, anybody can do anyhow, and that's what Alpha Jami is saying, right? And thank you so much, sir, for calling. Thank you. Well, very, very well said. It's been a while. Thank you so much for calling. It's been a while we heard from you. But I mean, Alpha Jami was very, very spot on. We're calling on regulatory bodies this morning to get on top of things when it comes to price regulation. Nigerians are really feeling the weight of increase in rent, in transportation, fuel prices, food prices. There's nothing, as long as the thing is as long as the thing has a price to eat, it should be controlled. It's how you can buy something here at maybe 17 naira, you go somewhere else and it is 15 naira. Who is regulating those prices? Nobody. And it's a case of, if you cannot afford it, you cannot afford it. You are not my customer. I don't know. I mean, we're begging on the government at this point. Should we go on our knees? Okay, let's take some messages before we go. Heavily armed DSS operatives drag Shower to prison. When it comes to patriotic Nigerians, they will have enough power. But to show same in rescuing abducted persons, they become weak like fowls suffering from bird flu. Shameless people, Olusegun from Odunlai Korodu says, does it look as if we have a government? The answer is capital no. This government is the worst so far.
Very long time.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, there's no caller.
Okay, he's gone then.
Jamil forgot to cut the call.
He cut the call. Okay. Yes. All right, all right. Let's keep going with the messages. Doesn't look as if we have a government. Does it look like we have a government? The answer is capital no. This government is the worst so far. I can take it anywhere with full chest. I hate for the Sage. It's been a really long time. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, Evangelist
Good
Dixon.
morning, madam.
Good morning.
Yes,
good morning.
No matter how things are, I don't depend on Nigerian economy. I depend on my own God economy. And that's why I always tell I study the Bible. I don't allow anything. My blood pressure never rise one day. My blood pressure, I never because of Nigerian economy. Or Nigeria one thing or the other. When you look at exactly what is happening, my sister, you have DP. I thank God today that I'm alive because not everyone has a routine. This same money, many have gone, and I'm still alive. And as long as I'm alive, I keep on doing the right thing. I keep on praying for people to do the right thing because there is God in heaven. And I keep on praying for my country. Peace. If there's no peace, I cannot be where I am. You cannot be where you are. And praying for leaders, not only political leaders, and all of them, for God to lead them, for them to have the spirit so they can lead us aright. I cannot stop doing that as an evangelist. No matter what anybody says. See, I cannot come and kill myself. I'm telling you. The one I can do, I do. The one I cannot do, I leave it undone. But if I would have tell my children, if I die today, life continues. So whatever God gives power to do, I do it and do. So when I get over God, you say, you have done your best. What is it in this life, madam? And then all our guilt is not the sweet seat. And we are not thinking of where we are going. Sometimes we come here, even we call us, the way we talk to ourselves here, we fight here. Look at the politicians we are fighting for. Let all of them have something to do now. All of them there. Look at like an IDB do something. And we that are maybe we are supporters, but maybe something to me, you'll be calling and talking now to somebody I don't know you don't know me. I use money to buy my credit only to receive stuff. It's not okay now. We should disagree with somebody, but in a polite way. Never thought me to be cool and calm. That's gentleman. I know what I'm saying. If you're looking at how things are, you miss young. I'm telling you. And the man taught me not to look for anything better in any government. I'm not expecting anything. So what do I go wrong? I'm not where. I still believe my God. No matter how difficult it is, as long as I'm doing the right and I keep my family, my children, anywhere my children are working, where my son is man, I keep on telling him I must share good report about it. Even my daughter. Because after here we are going somewhere. That's what I told my that's what I see my family. Nigeria was not like it before. Look at where price now. Is it coming down? Look at rent. See how wicked we are. When rent go up, everything is going to go up. The oil was $130. Now it's 70 something. Is it? I will not go to buy for 8 something or 7 something. That's it. Tell me in which situation in Nigeria, tell me any institution that's not corrupt. Judiciary, bandits, you come to them and say, I'm bandit, I'm kidnapper, and you defend them. Kill the law, free them. Now they say they are repentant cynical. They say they are this, that. See, whatever we are doing, God is not, I only fear God, I don't fear woman because I know when that will lead this forth. If it's 100, 200 days, one day you die, where will you spend it? That's all it is. Please, let's not learn to do the right thing. As I said, you're putting one at least, the four is pointing back at us. Now, if you know what telling somebody to resign, yeah, thank God this telling him different. So if you get there tomorrow, tomorrow, same thing will happen to him. Let us vote with our conscience and not fighting one another and pray to God to do the right thing. I believe Nigeria will be great again. I have high hope. I can never lose hope and will never lose hope. I encourage myself in the word of God. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Thank you. Nigeria will be great again. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Evangelist Dixon. Evangelist Dixon's message is always the same. Let's learn to live in peace and unity. Nigeria is we are not each other's enemy, right? We should all come together for a common goal, right? Okay. Stop living. Hey, Father Sage still continues to say, stop living with your parents or sister. Or don't you want to be a big girl and command respect? I don't understand. Nima, that is too. That is to you. He said that you should. Don't you want to be a big girl? Hayford, have you seen how much rent is outside? Have you seen how much rent is outside? Deepa, please stay with your parents. Please.
I wonder.
Hey. Okay, good morning, crew. I just want to say that I'm really enjoying Nima's analysis. I love the way she chips in Yoruba once in a while, and she's also got the voice. Well done. Thank you so much, Kunle from Maboro.
Thank
We
you.
truly appreciate that. Yeah, Nima. I already told you that Nima is. I love Nima. Nima coming is just like. It's refreshing for us. Additional Wasiu says, top of the morning to you in the studio. If this insecurity continues, there won't be any development because people are afraid everywhere. I hope the federal government will do everything possible to make sure the inflation comes down so that the economy can be friendly to other people of Nigeria, because the salary of the workers can only purchase little or nothing. The problem of Nigeria is that so many hope the federal government will restructure this country so that each region can develop at their own level and take care of their own security, because every security is local. On vote buying, if it's true all the political parties engaged in it and it's not genuine, and it's not a genuine excuse from the opposition parties, what with the Saturday election in the Ekiti state and other by-elections in other states, with this result, you will see that you will see the minority noisemaker and the majority silent action. I'm not sure I follow. That's from Additional Wasiu. Prince says, good morning, Nigerians, to BFM and the world at large. First, permit me to say happy birthday to my dear father, mentor and pastor, okay? Pastor Dakwa Shoko of Christ Faith Tabernacle International Churches, Lagos headquarters. For me, please tell Tinubu to resign. Governance failure is failure. A leader with no destination in view should stop driving, says Prince. Prince comes back to say, for me, I have a question for you. With what happened in Ekiti on Saturday, citizens collecting 10K, 15K, 20K with unknown CV from INEC officials and political agueros, do you think the people of Ekiti have the right to demand for any form of development, seeing that this Oyebanji has just 4 years to go? Me, I cannot answer that question. The people of Ekiti should answer that question by themselves. That's it. For me and Nima, do you have any ideas if those kidnapped children and principal from Oyo are still alive? To be honest, we have no idea. And that's one of my major concerns and worry. We don't know if they're still alive. We haven't heard anything from them since. We don't know what is going on. People are fearing for the worst, but I'm hoping against hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Nima, what didn't you say?
I said we are hoping for the best.
Absolutely, we are hoping for the best. Okay, we are done with fuel prices. Oh, God will help us in Nigeria, because these marketers speaking plenty English and doing shalayeda with no need, right? I don't. He say that it will take a bit of time. That's the national president of the Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria, Billy Gillis Harry, said that it will take a bit of time. It will take
a bit of time can be 24 hours or 48 hours now.
The time that they were increasing the fuel, did it take a bit of time? Like, you would literally buy fuel at a price today. Tomorrow is at another price.
I think we can wait 24 hours. Let's give them 24 hours.
Yes, we have given them 24 hours because the agreement happened on Friday. Today is Tuesday.
And they need 3 working days.
Okay. Nima is playing the devil's advocate. That's all right. That's okay. Lastly, this morning, the time is 19 minutes after 19 minutes past 8 this morning. You're still tuned to Women Radio at 1.7 FM. This is the Daily News Review, and the comments and the text messages and the calls that have been coming in have been really, really, really great. The phone lines are still open. 07917 or 0800-1235-917. Text messages, WhatsApp messages, voice notes to 08155-917-917 or 0703-1756-537. Finally, this morning, we have stranded Nigerians protest delay in second repatriation flight from South Africa. Nigerians on Monday staged a protest at the Nigerian High Commission in Pretoria, South Africa, over delays in the repatriation of citizens who had registered to return home. I mentioned this when we're reading off the headlines. She had said no Nigerian will be left behind. That's the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bianca Odubego Ojukwu. However, because they also set June 30 as the deadline for all Nigerians who are willing to return back to Nigeria. However, the first flight has gone that had 258 Nigerians on it. We saw that last week. But right now, we haven't seen the second batch, which was scheduled for June 15 and has been postponed. I'd like to know why was it postponed? Because you can't promise me, you can't dangle a carrot in front of me and then take it after I've eaten the bomb of it. We still need to eat the whole carrot. What do you mean? Right? And so Nigerians in South Africa are asking when are we going to get this aircraft? We're sleeping on the streets. Our documents have been cancelled because of that registration. Because even those that had legal registration cancelled their papers because they want to come back to Nigeria. So which means that they are now there illegally because the Nigeria hasn't gone back to pick them up. Nima, what say you?
I think we should still give them some time. At the same time, while urging them to be hasty about it. They should be fast. Because the reason why I said we should still give them some time was because during the Russia Ukraine war, they were quick to bring people back to Nigeria. So I think we should just still give them some time. The some time I'm saying they are 24 hours. So
or 3 working days.
3 working days to Koja. 3 working days to Koja.
I'm just saying what you said about the fuel price situation.
No, that's different. That one is prices. This one we are dealing with people's lives. So maybe while urging them, maybe in the next 24 hours they'll send another flight. Because we just have to urge them. Even if we criticize them from now till tomorrow, doesn't mean if they are not going, they are not going. There's nothing we can do about it but to urge them to be quick about it to bring these people back.
I mean, we're joining our voices to the Nigerians in South Africa. Please, Minister of Foreign Affairs, please let's go pick up our brothers and sisters and Nigerian brothers and sisters who've said they want to come back. And then they said they wanted to come back on the basis of a blank check, so to speak, that was given to them, a promise that was given to them. Please, let's not break that promise. Let's not break their hearts because they want to come back to their country. Let's not do that. Okay. All right. We've come to the end of the daily news review program this morning. Nima, do you have any final word before we go? What's your last word before we go?
My last word is the government, the regulators, the senators, please let's do what we are meant to do at the right time. Because you see, Nigeria should work like a well-oiled machine. We all need each other. Everybody needs to do their work for Nigeria to work well. The police, the soldiers, the paramilitary force, even we broadcasters, the lawyers, the government, people in South Africa need to come home. Please don't forget and be hasty in going to pick them. Let them come back home. The fuel prices, please let them drop. We need the prices to drop. Food prices, because those are the basic things we need. Transportation, food, clothes, and education. Everything needs to drop. We need to improve our quality of living. Thank you.
All right, you heard it from Nima. Like Nima said, let's get on it. Let's work. We put you people there. So work the work that we're asking you to work. With that being said, Nima, it was a pleasure to do this with you. Up next is the news at 9 and her lens at 9:05. Enjoy the rest of your day. This is still Women Radio. Don't touch that dial, actually. Enjoy the rest of your day while you are still plugged into Women Radio. All right, Nima.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Yes. Have a lovely day.
And you too.